come on. Y'all feeling good tonight? Come on. What? Look at you. Look at y'all. Looking fine. When you move, I'm hypnotized. An invitation, as you turn down the lights. Come to the bedroom. What we gonna do though, girl? And I'll keep you up all night. Hands up, y'all, come on. That's when I stop and realize that you ain't playing with me, baby. And all I got to do is say yes. Pull me closer, I'm down, pretty lady. I think that I'm completely obsessed. That's when your lips start saying you ain't playing with me, baby. And all I got to do is say yes. It feels like you wanna get down, pretty lady. Now what is it you wanna impress? Cause you're that girl. Angel eyes, wild side, you're a bad girl. Making moves, breaking all the rules, I'm cool with that girl. Cause I'm about to say, you have your way, such a bad, bad, bad girl. Hands up, y'all, come on. That's when I stop and realize that you ain't playing with me, baby. And all I got to do is say yes. Pull me closer, I'm down, pretty lady. I think that I'm completely obsessed. That's when your lips start saying you ain't playing with me, baby. And all I got to do is say yes. You whisper that it's time to get down, pretty lady. And now you wanna watch me undress. Oh, you know you found a way to soothe my longings. Oh, come on, what? Yeah. Want to show you everything and let you take control. Oh, y'all feeling good tonight with this? Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Get it? What? Let me come talk to y'all though real quick. Check it. Your body so naughty, I can't stop begging for more. Running your hands all over me. This teasing, pleasing, can't hold back anymore. Let's see how careless we can be. Oh, cause you feel so smooth and sexy, and you know how it affects me. You're making me chase, giving me a taste something I never had before. Cause it's you and me, baby, and we're digging each other like crazy, and it feels so amazing. Oh, oh, hands up. That's when I stop and realize that you ain't playing with me, baby. And all I got to do is say yes. Pull me closer, I'm down, pretty lady. I think that I'm completely obsessed. That's when your lips start saying you ain't playing with me, baby. And all I got to do is say yes. You whisper that it's time to get down, pretty lady. And now you wanna watch me undress. Oh, you know you found a way to soothe my longings. Oh, oh. Come on, what? Want to show you everything and let you take control. Special guest. He was the original trombone player, Nooky Jones. This is Mr. Ryan Christensen. Give it up, what? Come on. Christensen, y'all. Give it up.
Okay, Uptown, this is our second episode of the Uptown Master Class for our second season. I'm here with Reed and Cameron from Nooky Jones, and they're going to spend a little time with us today talking about their album and their band. So, Reed, Cameron, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Christopher.
Got to give you guys a shout out. I know you guys are busy. Every time I turn on Twitter or Facebook, there's a new Facebook Live, there's a new show, there's a new something going on. So thanks for taking the time out to spend with us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
When did you guys both get into music, and when did you decide to come together and do this band?
So for me personally, I've been singing since I was a little kid, and there was always like singing happening around my house. Like my mom has a beautiful voice, and my sister is a good singer, and so we used to kind of sing around the house all the time. So it was just like from my childhood, always doing that kind of stuff with my family is where it all started. And then, doing stuff through school and all that, like started playing trumpet, playing piano, and that's kind of how I first got into music, really.
Yeah, I have a similar story. When I was young, my dad played guitar, and he actually got me my first gig playing with him at the coffee shop in the town where I grew up. And so I was fortunate, like Cameron, to have music in my house and opportunities and outlets to play. And started taking piano lessons when I was young, and ended up moving on to drums, and then studied music in school. And we kind of hooked up through a mutual friend, Adam Meckler, who plays trumpet in Nooky Jones, kind of introduced Cameron and I about 3 years ago, and we started getting together to write music, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
I got to ask you guys about the name, because the name is amazing. That's what first got my attention. Where did the name Nooky Jones come from?
So we wanted something that was like that had like a throwback feel to it, but was kind of sexy still, and had like it was a little bit tongue in cheek, We always joke like it's something that'll make your grandma blush. It's like kind of the thing. So yeah, that's where the whole thing kind of came from.
I know for me, like when I first heard the name, I was interested. I'm like, who's this guy? Like that's like a really creative name. And then I went and looked you guys up, and not long after that, Vanessa had let me know she had that show booked, and she actually grabbed the CD for me, which was awesome. And it hasn't left my car. It's still in my CD player in my car, and it's on constant rotation in my phone, because I mean the album is ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
if you could put the perfect combination of everything we loved in the 90s and make it current, that's how I feel like your album is. It doesn't have a specific genre or specific sound. It just encompasses everything.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, man. And shout out to Vanessa for always pimping our shit. Like, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, she's got a lot going on, and just with the Jared Lawson stuff and everything, she's always got her hand in some kind of fire going on, and I definitely thank her for introducing me to you guys, because I'd heard the single, and she's like, I'll grab you an album at the show, and as soon as I got it in, I couldn't wait to break it in and put it in the car, and just, man, if you want to chill and vibe, it's good if you have on date night with the gal, or if you just want to chill and rock out. I mean, it's everything perfect about music right now.
Yeah.
And it's a rarity too, because the music that is coming out every place else other than Minneapolis, it sucks. So you guys are definitely bringing good music, which is nice for a change, because the stuff coming out it's all singles, and it's not an actual album based market anymore. And you guys and Tracy Blake and Zulu and Jason Dallaire, and that you guys are putting out albums that you can listen to from front to back, and you don't have to constantly switch and move around. So it's definitely appreciated by those of us who like real music and real musicians. So I got to give you guys a shout for that.
Thank you.
How with the songs that are on there, there's definitely not any filler. How many songs did you guys actually record for the album that didn't make it?
There were just a couple of songs for this one, and yeah, we still play them sometimes when we're performing live, just to kind of throw something a little different into the set. Um, but yeah, we spend a lot of time kind of crafting the tunes that are actually on the album. Yeah.
Are there other artists other than like the Petersons that we all know of? Zulu Zulu, who's doing a lot of stuff with you guys, and Tracy Blake. Are there other artists coming out in Minneapolis right now that we should be checking for and that you guys are listening to and digging?
Yeah. So we're good friends with, if you know Paviel French. We've had a chance to perform with her quite a bit. And yeah, she always does, her stuff's really funky, really cool, and super soulful. Eric Mason's great. Good friends with him. There's some younger groups. There's a group called Ava that we've been doing some work with actually. And yeah, they're doing a thing. It's like kind of sort of like Hiatus Coyote, but it's like got the soul and funk vibe to it. Man, who else? There's tons of people doing stuff. Yeah, I mean that's like a start, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always open to hear new groups. I love finding new music. Where I am near St. Louis, at one point, somebody was coming out every week. Now there's people coming out, but they all want to sound like what's on the radio, and I don't turn on the radio. I can't stand what's playing. So, you guys are bringing it up with good stuff. What do you think it is about the Minneapolis sound right now that's got a big insurgence in the music industry? Is it just because Prince passed and now everybody's interested, or is it really the music that is the strength of that?
I think it's like for what the Minneapolis sound is, like the funk, like it's contagious and it runs deep. And I think that there's always like people always want to hear that, you know. And I think it's always, I don't know. I think it just like runs through a lot of the music and all the music that's happening. And I think, yeah, now that people are kind of bringing it back, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, and one question that we're trying to go through now a little bit with people, like if you had to go through your phone or your car, like in a playlist, like what 5 songs would be in both of your guys' playlists? That they can be Minneapolis artists, just any artist nationally, whatever, just the top 5 songs in your playlist right now.
Oh man.
I just stumbled upon this artist, Mark E. Bassey, his name, a song called Morning that I seem to keep coming back to. I listen to a lot of Drake, so I put a Drake song on my playlist. It's very eclectic. I draw from all sorts of different places. So I like to put on a John Mayer record. I'm a big Steve Jordan fan, both as a drummer and a producer, so I'm always interested in listening to what he's done on John Mayer albums. So I'll say Assassin from John Mayer, and pick James Vincent McMorrow, another great songwriter. I'm kind of going off in all directions. He has a cover of Higher Love, older song from a few decades back that's beautiful. It's just he and a piano. But great melodies and great harmonies, no matter what style it is, always seem to catch my ear. So that's another one. And throw one more out there. Let's see, what would it be?
Yeah, the top 5. Let's say.
Yeah, I got 4. It came to mind right away. I kind of get in a habit of listening to the same artist for a while and really listening to it. And good songs, I think, have a habit of doing that. They hook you. Now that I say that, I'll say When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. It's a very well crafted song. He's got an amazing voice. And again, another track where it's just vocalist and piano, but it's good enough to stand on its own. So
right.
There's my top 5.
Man, I'd say for me, like, I've been checking out a lot of Thundercat stuff recently. So I guess maybe anything off of Drunk, his newest album. Um, and D'Angelo's always on my top 5 playlist. Uh, so I'd probably say like Untitled, just because I've gone back and checked out. There's a live recording of them playing, and they did the same thing when he was in Minneapolis, but the concert ends with them playing Untitled, and then like one at a time, the people leave the stage, and it just ends up with D'Angelo playing by himself, and it's like incredible. I would say I've been listening to Kendrick's new album, Damn. So yeah, that's got lots of hot tracks on it. Man, I'm trying to think of some stuff from. Let's see. I think I don't know. Every time I put on "I Want to Be Your Lover," that's always like a, that's like the ultimate hit of all time.
Yes.
And man, what else have I been? I would say too, I've been always been a huge fan of Donny Hathaway, and he's got his live version of What's Going On. I keep going back to that album and listening to that song. Yeah.
Definitely some good choices. Big Bruno Mars fan myself, but being the sarcastic person I am, I would love to hear somebody come through and do the opposite of When I Was Your Man. Like all of the things that he should have done, I would love to hear somebody saying, "I did these things and you still and you still left." So I'd kind of like to hear the sarcastic remix of that. So if y'all are writing,
Right. Yeah. We're actually about to write just now. So yeah, man.
Yeah, there's the inspiration.
And
I feel like there's been a lot of songs written along those lines.
like, I hope that he doesn't buy you flowers. I hope that he doesn't hold your hand. And
right.
Kind of a dick move, but we've all done the right things before, and we've all been, crapped on for doing those things because we weren't bad boy enough. So I think it would be neat for a guy to do something soft and slow, but yet I did all this stuff and you still left. Kind of similar, I guess, to Johnny Gill's got a track on. I guess not the newest album, but the album before. It's called Second Chance or Second Place, and on there he basically is telling the girl in the most beautiful falsetto and piano that you've ever heard in your life, like you're just not the one for me. And I contacted him on Twitter, and I'm like, man, I can just see like somebody walking up to the altar to get married, and like the guy get up there, and he goes to the piano to play the song for the girl, and then it's like, you're not the one. But I'm like, but then he'd have to get up from the piano and run out because her family would be bent. But if you guys haven't heard that song, you got to check it out. It's a beautiful record, but it's the ultimate breakup record too, because it just gives the impression that it's going to be this beautiful ballad, like I'm so in love with you, but not so much.
Yeah, right.
And now Prince obviously being a big influence in Minneapolis. I know you recently covered Breakfast Can Wait, which was masterful. Honestly, a lot of people try to cover Prince and it just doesn't work. How influential was he to you guys? And did you ever get the chance to meet him before he passed?
No, I never had the chance to meet him, and actually, I never got to see him perform live ever. Which is, obviously it's like a huge regret. But I have checked out, lots of live recordings, lots of live video and things. I think for myself as someone who, obviously like the voice and like the range, it's, hugely influential. Like I get into the falsetto thing a lot, and that stems from that. And like for me, like, some of my biggest influences, like he was their biggest influence. You think of like the lineage of that, it's like, for me, like D'Angelo and Bilal. But when you hear them, it's like, obviously, where do they get that from? They got
right.
That from. And so, yeah. And I think too, like the songwriting, like I think about the Minneapolis sound, it's like there's funk and soul involved in it. There's also like, there's a lot of sexuality in it too, and I think we get into that some too, with our stuff obviously, and so
yeah, I think
thematically,
Sweet Wine definitely has his presence. Like I think if he were still around and he had heard that track, I think he might have went back in the studio and had to write something and get on his A game again and put it out there, because you could play like Sweet Wine like right next to Revelation on Hit and Run Phase 2, and it flows perfect. And I think that he would have liked your whole album, in my opinion. But I think Sweet Wine definitely embodies like everything that he did. It doesn't sound like you're emulating him or copying him. It just sounds like, okay, this guy's definitely influenced by him. And I think Prince would have heard that and been like, okay, I got to show these guys. So now I got to write something better, or try to write something better. But man, if there was a go-to track, like if he were in the audience somewhere and able to hear, I think Sweet Wine would definitely make his eyebrows raise for sure. But as far as like your social media, and that, I know you're heavy on it, Cameron. I see your posts all the time, and then I try to retweet them as much as possible on Twitter. How can the fans of Nooky Jones that are trying to get into you guys and try to really check things out, how do they follow you guys on Twitter, Spotify, and such?
Yeah, so on Twitter we're just at Nooky Jones. Instagram, same thing, at Nooky Jones, and then Facebook.com/Nooky Jones. And then we're always posting things like our tour dates and all that stuff on our website, nookyjones.com. Also has the album available for download there, and also you can order a hard copy that we can ship out to people too. YouTube, youtube.com/Nooky Jones, and it's all the spots.
And what bands were you guys in previously? I heard a recent interview where you were in a brass band and whatnot. Or is that music available as well?
Yeah, so we both play in a group called Jack Brass Band. It's like a New Orleans style brass band. And Adam Meckler, who's in the band, and Scott Axter, who's in the band, also play in that group. I play in a band of Afrobeat band, so I play trumpet too. I play in an Afrobeat band called Black Market Brass in town as well. Yeah.
And do those bands have Facebook pages and stuff that we can download and get a hold of to check out? I know for me, I'm a completist, so if I have one record by you guys, I want to have like everything.
Right. Yeah. Yep. They both have Facebook pages. I think Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys again for taking time out of your day to talk with us. If there's any exclusives, anything that you guys have, Uptown is your page. We're around to not only discuss the lineage of the Minneapolis sound, but we also want to keep it going with you guys. And we feel like the good music that's coming out, people need to hear it, people need to know about it. So we'll blow it up. I know on my personal page, people probably get tired of my music posts, but I'm constantly posting like who they need to listen to, and I'm gonna shove it down their throats whether they want to or not. They can unfollow me, I guess, if they don't like it. But I'm down here. I'm known as a music snob through all my friends, and they know that if something's good, I'll tell everybody, man, you got to listen to it, and I'll force it on them. But if it sucks, man, I have no problem telling them, it's trash. Stay away from it. Don't do it. And the music that's around here right now, and the music that's on the radio, that's all trash. I can't even mess with it. But like you guys, everything that's coming out of Minneapolis right now is hot, and your album is right there in the top 3, man. Every song on the album resonates with you. Every beat, your lyrics are on par. So Uptown is your home. If you guys want to tell us anything that's going on, we want to come back and promote something, anything at all, we got you. So just hit me up.
Cool. Thanks for all the support, man. Really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Definitely shout out to Vanessa for hooking me up and putting me onto the sound. And again, guys, thanks for taking the time out for us. And this was the second episode of the Uptown Master Class with Nooky Jones. Guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, you too, Christopher.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
it alright if we play another slow one for y'all like this? I know a lot of y'all are gonna know this song. Cause this one feels so good. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. This is Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. There's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. All you need is faith to hear them diesels humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord. Come on. So people get ready for the train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key. Open them doors and boredom. For there's hope for those you love the most. Come on! For there's no hiding place against the kingdom's throne. Tell him, Scott, come on. How many of y'all know this song right here? It's one of my favorite songs of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I'd love it if you would sing it with me. Like this. As loud as you can, come on. People get ready. There's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. Louder, come on. All you need is faith to hear them diesels humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord. Louder, come on, y'all. People get ready. There's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. Said all you need is faith. Hear them diesels humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord. on dancing now. If you're feeling it, just keep on dancing. Keep moving. Oh, people passing by like any other day, caught up in the distractions on their way. Then someone caught my eye. Was she here yesterday? Wrapped up in every action that she made. And suddenly she smiled at me. That I notice her so casually. And if she needs some company, space to share, I will be there. Oh, her glance for just one moment had a warming feel. This calming satisfaction will reveal conversation has a rich appeal. This mutual attraction, is it real? And suddenly she smiled at me. She noticed that I noticed her so casually. And if she needs some company, space to share, I will be she would be down to vibe with me. I can start to see all the possibilities. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, hello, hello. Do I think that she would be down to find me? I can start to see all the possibilities. And suddenly she smiled at me. I hope she noticed that I noticed her so casually, baby. Oh, and if she needs some company, space to share, I will be there. And suddenly she smiled at me. How she noticed that I noticed her so casually. And if she needs some company, space to share, I will be there. And suddenly she smiled at me. How she noticed that I noticed her so casually. And if she needs some company, space to share, I will be there. I notice her so casually. And if she needs some company, space to share, I will